Hey everyone, Dasha here, and this is Cellframe Newsblock. May came out of nowhere, which means it's time to round up the April-May news from Cellframe and other projects in our ecosystem, and we are ready to break it all down with you. Let's go! Big updates, new products, infrastructure growth, better security, and a smoother user experience. All that and more in this video. Cellframe DEX. Cellframe DEX is a decentralized exchange built for swapping CF20 tokens in our native network. Quick reminder, our exchange uses a limit order book engine. Based on community feedback, our devs recently redesigned the order creation form to look more traditional. The top section says Sell with a red indicator, and the bottom says Buy with a green one. The confirmation button now clearly shows which token you're buying. We also improved how DEX operations show up in the transaction history and fixed a bug where the service fee was getting deducted twice. Now all amounts display correctly. A whole new level for the exchange. Cellframe DEX just got a major update. Order books are now synced with external platforms. That means you can trade Cell USDC and Kel USDC at real market prices. Full-on trading with decent liquidity is live. Place orders and run any strategy you want. Cellframe DEX gives you centralized exchange features, minimal slippage, a familiar order book, full transparency, while staying a truly decentralized service where you can stay in full control of your assets. We recently dropped a video guide to our DEX. Cellframe's lead developer, Konstantin Popish, shares useful insights for anyone curious about how the exchange works or the Cellframe platform in general. The video is interesting for both devs and experienced users. And finally, big news. The long-awaited web version of Cellframe DEX is on the way. It's already in testing. That means launch is just around the corner. Keep an eye on our updates. Cellframe Wallet. Cellframe Wallet keeps getting better. Let's highlight the most important stuff. Remember, you can always grab the latest version from our website. The main focus was on making the wallet more stable, plus improvements to the DEX tab and shared funds optimization. We also squashed a bunch of minor UI and core bugs. A few words about shared funds. Team accounts that makes managing your corporate finances super transparent and convenient. Recent updates. Operations with team accounts are now faster. Transaction signing happens right after sending data to the mempool. No more waiting for blockchain confirmation. The pending withdrawals list now updates correctly every time. Fix display bugs with stake and hold operation so you see real amounts and fees. Working with addresses is way easier now. Before, withdrawal requests showed a technical transaction hash. Now you see the actual team account's address. The success hold creation window also shows the team account address instead of a hash. And for refill and take confirmation, we show both the hash and the address for full transparency. Devs also fixed app freezes when a node was unavailable and solved HTTP responses handling issues. That made things way more stable. We also added node status display in local mode and a reconnect button to fix connection problems. Overall, lots of tweaks and upgrades to Cellframe Wallet lately, all to make it more convenient, faster, and way more stable. April brought a lot of work on improving network sync and speeding up transactions. Since the start of the year, we've been heavily focused on paying down technical debt, and now that work is almost done. We completely reworked the network stack, updated the cryptography, built a new Python API, and much more. Right now, we're finishing preparations for the intermediate 5.8 release, which includes important network security improvements, and then we'll move on to the long-awaited 6.0 release. What's ahead for the team? A hard fork, two-layer sharding, and native smart contracts. In April and May, we focused on strengthening bridge security after the incident in early April. After the hack, we beefed up the network and bridge infrastructure. The legacy infrastructure components that got exploited are gone, and the bridge is now fully on a two-tier system. What does that mean? New token issuance only happens from cold wallets, and then tokens get moved to bridge wallets with volume limits. This used to apply only to Cell, but now it's active for all tokens at once. Moscow just hosted the blockchain forum, which we go to every year. This year stood out with noticeable growth. bigger venue, and about 20,000 visitors over 2 days. The Cellframe team was busy on the ground the whole time. Here is our recap of what we saw.
The floors can't take no more, stuck in this groove, I'm feeling bored.
For us, as developers of a post-quantum L0 platform, this was the main topic. It's good that this problem is already widely known across different circles and doesn't need much explaining. But strangely, that's been replaced by excessive tech optimism. Lots of people are sure existing protocols will be easy to adapt and optimize, and everything will be fine. We barely saw any deep awareness of how massively the shift to post-quantum cryptography will be. That tells us we need to keep spreading the word. Moving to quantum-resistant infrastructure requires replacing the foundation, not just making surface-level tweaks. Miners who used to make up to 80% of the audience are now way fewer, around 20% tops. Service companies now play the main role. Exchanges, swap services, AML platforms, lawyers, projects bridging crypto and traditional banking. Not many product-focused blockchain teams, but there is growth in AI-based solutions for business automation. Back in the day, complex texts mostly got an emotional reaction. Now the questions sound different, concrete and direct. What's the product's value? How are you better than competitors? Why should someone use your infrastructure? Abstract descriptions don't work anymore. The audience wants ready-made solutions with clear benefits. That looks like a healthy sign of a maturing market. On the local front, the hottest topic, as experienced, was the preparation of a build package on the status and circulation rules for cryptocurrencies. It's extremely relevant for everyone working in the market. The forum gave us tons of useful context. Devs of Russian web wallets got interested in integrating our protocol because of its quantum resistance. Exchanges also showed interest in the topic. We connected with representatives from Russian big tech. The main players at the event were infrastructure companies, aiming to operate within legal boundaries even if regulations tighten. For Demlabs, as a Russian developer, that opens up good collaboration opportunities. New directions, CBDC. Now let's talk about new directions that are already picking up steam. The CBDC project, a quantum-safe hedge for Bitcoin and the Cellframe platform. What's the idea? Bitcoin is only planning its post-quantum transition, but Cellframe is already running on PQC right now. For those who want to be sure their funds are safe, we offer a solution on the Cellframe platform. CBDC is a backed copy of your Bitcoin in a quantum-safe environment. How it works? You send Bitcoin through the bridge into a quantum-resistant pool on the Bitcoin protocol and get CBDC one-to-one on Cellframe. Your Bitcoin becomes collateral. CBDC is your protected asset. Whatever happens to Bitcoin in the future, CBDC owners come out ahead. If Bitcoin doesn't upgrade before Q-Day, your funds are already protected by a quantum-safe hedge. If Bitcoin does switch to PQC, its speed will drop by 60 to 70%, but Cellframe stays performant, and CBDC becomes a natural high-speed L2 for Bitcoin liquidity. Before the quantum threat hits, you keep your flexibility. The bridge lets you switch back to your original Bitcoin anytime. CBDC is a safe harbor for Bitcoin with clear backing and a reversible exit. More details on how it all works on the project site. The link is in the description. The blockchain forum was packed with events, and as a result, we got lots of interesting content. We'll leave all the links in the description. And of course, the monthly AMA session. Cellframe project lead Dmitry Gerasimov answered community questions as always. To switch to the text mode and learn more about expanding the Cellframe ecosystem, launching new services, project tokenomics, and much more, click the link and read it. KelVPN. KelvPN is a decentralized quantum-resistant VPN service built on the Cellframe network blockchain. It gives you anonymity and protection from cyber threats. High privacy and zero collection of personal user data. What could be better? Let's go through KelvPN news from the last couple of months. Here are the key updates. The main priority for the month was developing Apple platforms. iOS client is now working. The macOS version got a major rework. Now uses network extensions, which fixes network connection issues and improves stability. Released a Windows build based on a new C library. All platforms now run on a single architecture base, making future development easier and boosting performance. The team started the stabilization phase for new VPN nodes. Nodes support various protocols designed to bypass blocks and improve connection stability. We keep developing the product and preparing new improvements. Stay tuned for updates. Nodesys has some interesting changes. It's now splitting into two projects for different audiences, DeFactory and Trust Market. DeFactory will focus purely on Web3, 3D printing and small decentralized manufacturing. Trust Market will handle B2B and real-world enterprise interaction. Both projects keep Nodesys and its NYS token as the blockchain foundation. Like other ecosystem project tokens, NYS has been on Cellframe DEX for a while. But with the launch of the web version of Cellframe DEX, the team plans to migrate more liquidity to the Cellframe mainnet. A few words about CPUNK. The team keeps developing the platform's secure communication infrastructure, which includes a DNA identification service, a blockchain messenger, and a multi-chain wallet, which, by the way, already supports the quantum-resistant CF20 protocol. The messenger is technically close to release and is in public beta. The team is currently handling organizational things for publishing the app on Google Play. Not long until the official release, but if you want, you can download it from the project site and test it right now. The link is in the description. Moving on, Project QAVM. As we mentioned in the previous episode, at the beginning of spring, the QAVM team successfully launched the long-awaited public testnet, where you can already run your own smart contracts. Now that the spring is winding down, work on preparing for the QAVM mainnet launch is also almost finished, just a little longer. Last but not least, .flat. The team continues refining the .flat app and is also starting to develop a special bot for notifying about important on-chain events that currently require manually checking Etherscan. These include data on community futures changes and Ethereum price, auction announcements and DAO votes for RLE holders, notifications about CDP liquidations, and other important metrics that are useful for everyone in the system. Not just CDP and RLE token holders, but also DFC Flatcoin owners. There is an open vote right now in .flat's channels about launching this bot. Go vote! We'll leave the link in the description. And that's all the news for now. Subscribe to our socials and follow updates so you don't miss anything. That way you'll always be the first to know and stay on top of everything. See you in the next episode.